Bazball's days of destiny are here. It's all come down to this. Over tomorrow and the day after, we're going to find out if Bazball's amazing or full of poo. And to summarise today's play, where loads of wickets fell, today's play brought to you by Noobru, the think drink, no less, is Daniel Norcross.
I'm not quite sure we are going to discover that, but what happened today was lots of wickets fell, lots of lovely tumbling wickets, which hasn't happened in this series because it's been lots and lots of boring runs. But today was wickets galore. There were 4 early doors. Then England got bowled out. They genuinely got bowled out by some superb bowling from a 3-man seam attack. England then, with a slender lead of 23, could they make late inroads? Well, they could have made more if they could have held on to their catches, but they did get a couple of crucial wickets to leave this match and the series, as it has been throughout, delicately and deliciously in the balance.
Some scores on the doors for you then. India ended up bowled out for 224. Their last 4 wickets fell for just 6 runs. Gus Atkinson wrapped up another 5-wicket haul in his first match back in England colours this summer. That's a lie. Played against Zimbabwe. Then, in reply, England got 247. Thanks to Zach Crawley and Ben Duckett, they raced away, got up to 92 without loss before Akashdeep and Mohammad Siraj clawed it back. And then, well, with this kind of funny... I'm going to be honest, guys. This isn't a complaint. It's a factual observation. It's really late here at the Oval. We played until about 7:15 because the rain has effectively pushed everything back. And it's beautiful. It's still a lovely, warm-ish summer's evening. And as the kind of skies got a bit greyer, England forgot how to catch. And when they were a bowler down in the shape of Chris Wokes and relying on Jamie Overton in only his second test match, Josh Tongue in his 3rd or 4th, and Gus Atkinson, don't drop them.
No, don't drop them. No, really, really don't drop them if you're England. But look, I've had a problem with this for the last half an hour, trying to work out how we're going to structure our 20-odd minutes here, because so much happened, right? There have been so many days when we've come to you during this series and gone, yeah, it wasn't very funny, really. There were loads of runs, and it was quite turgid, it was quite tough. Isn't Shubman Gill absolutely brilliant?
Good player.
Isn't KL Rahul absolutely brilliant?
Hey, good player.
Isn't Joe Root absolutely brilliant?
Good player.
All this stuff. Today was not about that. Today was about picking the bones out of beef and spice. There was so much going on. There were so many people getting annoyed with each other. There were wickets tumble, because people don't like it when wickets tumble, because most people are batters, aren't they? The bowlers absolutely love it. And the bowlers, for once, can get onto the front foot and they can be snarky and needly and they do all those kind of things that they love to do if they get half a chance. And today they really did get that chance. I mean, when we started the day, I genuinely thought England's 3-man pace attack, they could easily have not picked up 4 wickets in 29 minutes. They could easily have conceded 320 plus runs. And then, when India were bowled out for a pretty measly 224 with 4 going quickly, I thought, well, India could easily, on a spicy track, just make loads and loads of inroads really quickly. Instead, Duckett and Crawley did a little bit like what they did in the run chase at Headingley. They went on the front foot. They went berserk. We've got more Hall of Fame moments than we know what to do with. So I'm going to have to throw a few of them away to start with.
Okay.
There was the reverse ramps out of nowhere. There was the leaping and charging down a wicket. There was Crawley. I mean, we know Crawley can bat. We know he's full of lovely shots. He played an innings of sumptuous beautifulness until, of course, he remembered that he doesn't like batting as much as Indians, so he did get himself out. But crucially, today, India's bowlers, I thought, after that initial first session where they bowled both sides of the wicket, they bowled 2 lengths, and they were a bit spooked. You talked to Deep Dasgupta about it. There was a lot of irritation, I think, in looking at the way the Indian bowlers went about it. Once they found that awkward spot, and there are a couple of awkward spots outside the right-handers off stump, LBWs galore. These aren't batters getting themselves out. This isn't Bazball screwing itself up. This is jagging back in harsh and sharp. This is Joe Root getting pinned, I tell you. There were batters getting pinned left, right and centre. There were more pins on the batters than there are on a voodoo doll that has been put together by me trying to prevent other people from stealing my job.
Nice. Yes.
Yes.
Over to the younger.
I got a bunch of voodoo dolls, including one of Cam. He's got lovely strawberry blonde hair. You know, just trying to keep him out of the frame for just 5 years. Retirement is all I'm after. A sensible, nice, comfortable retirement instead of all these talented youngsters. Sorry. I had to get it off my chest.
Well, as I've always said about you, Daniel, personally encouraging, professionally sabotaging.
Correct.
That's the phrase we have here between me and Daniel. In our ever-blossoming and growing friendship. I agreed with half of your sentiment there.
Oh, I see.
Because I thought, wasn't it funny? So the first part where you go, India didn't bowl very well, and then they found this length and they bowled brilliantly, and England didn't muck it up. It was a case of India bowled brilliantly. I agree with the latter part of that. I don't believe they bowled badly at the top of the innings. Because wasn't it funny how India found their lengths once Ben Duckett was out?
Well,
I
that's
thought
true.
Ben Duckett and Zach Crawley batted brilliantly well. This match, in my opinion at least, is 230 plays 230, give or take, from the first innings. India got there because I think England did bowl poorly, and I think we're going to look back on that day one. And
Josh Tongue bowled poorly, because we saw what Josh Tongue can do later.
Correct. And
he bowled 3 very good balls amidst a load of dross, and then today he bowled 16 edges and play and misses in 42 balls today. It was one of the great spells of the series. In fact, I'm going to say it. It was the greatest spell of the series. Out of nowhere.
We'll get there.
Sorry.
There's so much
There's so much to say. There's so much to say.
Our friend and colleague Vidushan Hantharajah at Cricinfo dubbed today the best day of the series. It kicked
by miles.
Off. There was action at all points at all times. And the reason we are in this kind of very even Stevens position is the two teams have gone about it in entirely different directions whilst ending up at the same place. England, I think, bowled poorly to allow India to get to 230. England got to 230 because Ben Duckett and Zach Crawley batted beautifully well to get them up to 92, to get them ahead of the game. Because if those runs weren't scored, if you weren't proactive, you're toast, basically. Ben Duckett ramping the ball over the slip cordon, being uber aggressive, Zach Crawley pulling off a length, driving anything full. And the reason why I started this show by going I think this is Bazball's Days of Destiny, and there's this huge kind of, I basically think we're all going to lose our minds in the next 48 hours, because what's going to happen, the approaching train is England are going to be set around 250 to 300 to win this match and to win this series.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes, I just imagine. I'm seeing the approaching train.
And they're either going to get there by playing their shots, being lunatics, Harry Brooks sweeping seamers, Ben Duckett ramping things, or they're going to fuck it up and lose. I don't know why I had to swear there. It was unnecessary. Sorry, everyone.
Well, yeah, I suppose they might do that, or Joe Root could play one of those fourth inningses that he does.
But I don't know if it's possible on that wicket. Or you go the other way around. You go, actually, India have chosen to have 3 seamers in the way that England have fallen into it.
They've had it forced upon them.
England have had it forced upon them. We're all going, blimey, they don't have enough seam. You need 4 seamers
Wouldn't
on
Wokes
this
have
wicket.
loved to bowl this evening?
Correct.
Well, obviously
Whereas
not
India,
with a bust at shoulder, but,
India, they've only got 3 seamers, so if you can get to the 45th over, all of a sudden your life's going to be so much easier. But do England give themselves the chance to get to that 45th over? Whatever result we're going to have here, it's going to be so full of discourse, so full of emotion, so full of finger wagging that I want to know what your next point is.
Well, my next point is that these balls in this test match have done more after the 35th over than they did before the 35th over. Everything, the entire narrative of the series has been turned upside down. You think you know what's going on after watching 20 days of cricket, and believe you me, we really did think we knew what was going on. And then you come to a ground where you and I have commentated match after match after match in the county championship and watched pitches start spicily and get easier and then die in the last couple of days.
Dead.
It could still do that, but it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like it. We thought we knew what the balls are going to do the whole time. This time, it's all gone weird. I mean, stuff is happening. Jamie Overton was getting more swing than anybody else. Jamie Overton, I don't think of him as a particularly prodigious swing bowler. Where's that come from? Josh Tongue's incredible spell. I mean, Siraj, oh yeah, right. So he's playing the 5th game. The only bowler to get through all 5 tests, right? He's bowling as fast and as well and as absolutely brilliantly as he has done at any other stage. And do you know what? He bowls better yet again when Jasprit Bumrah isn't there. Why is everyone messing with my brain? I feel like a completely hopeless, pundit, professional. I'm none of those things. I'm useless to you. I come on this show every night with the pretense of knowledge. I give a clue of roughly what I think is going on from my years and years and years of talking about it and watching it. And I'm made to look an idiot by these 22 people on that 22-yard stretch of turf. And do you know what? I've almost had enough of it. I almost feel like just walking off right now.
Can we talk about the... So England and India, I'd say this has been a... vitriolic doesn't feel like the right word, but I'm going to use it anyway. Series tempered with elements of like collegiateness.
Yeah, they seem to sort of pretend that they get on. I don't think they probably do a little bit.
I think they pretend to
do
not
a bit.
get on.
Yeah, well, I know what you mean. It's
So-
a sort of, you can't quite tell what the pretense is. They're sort of like jovial,
Yeah.
sort of not. But today, the spice was just fantastic.
So, Mohamed Siraj, we know he's the pantomime villain. He wasn't centre stage today.
No,
but
he was lovely today.
Everyone Ben Duckett has even said earlier on this series, I think, talking about how he loves the contest. And basically, when Siraj got out at Lords, the sympathy and the condolences that were extended to him were genuine.
Yeah,
Definitely.
for
He's
sure.
a very respected competitor.
And everyone likes a photograph of themselves being really sportsmanlike as well. So let's
Correct.
not forget that.
I think that's actually a really good point. Secondly,
At
you've got-
last,
you've got
apparently.
Joe Root and Jaiswal, who Kumar Sangakkara said on Sky how at Rajasthan Royals when they're together, Jaiswal was known as Joeswal. That's a funny joke because
Oh, that's a funny joke,
Joe
yeah.
is Joe Root's name,
Yeah.
and Jaiswal, if you change the letters a little bit,
Yeah, it's
you
a
can make
it's
it
a
Joeswal.
vowel shift, isn't it? It's like the great vowel shift of the 15th
So they've
century.
got
Yeah.
companionship. Joe Root and Jarrell know each other quite well from Rajasthan Royals.
Jarrell.
There are some. There's not loads because this England team doesn't play heaps in the IPL, but there are some friendships at play.
Yeah.
What I wasn't expecting was today. We'll go in chronological order. Ben
What, a
Duckett,
beef?
Ben
Chronological-
Duckett and Akash
yeah.
Deep are having a tete-a-tete.
Oh, it's a good one, that one.
They are like Deep's bowling really nicely to him, and Ben Duckett goes, "You know what this calls for? The reverse ramp over the slips, but it wasn't a ramp like down by your ankles down here. It was a reverse
he's
ramp
gone,
like-
he's back.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was funny. That was a gag for those of you on YouTube watching. Don't worry about it. He's kind of flipped his hands and he's ramped from like kind of chest high. which
Hang
is
on a
like
minute.
Alex
Hang on a minute.
Davidson.
Good luck with this, right? So
Have a go.
one of the big beasts of the photography world is going to try
The
to get
official
through a
Indian
3-inch.
photographer.
He's going to limbo here.
Give
no,
this your best go.
limbo. Oh, no, he's broken the
thing.
tape. He's broken the tape.
You know what? It's not only disastrous, it's embarrassing.
It is, frankly.
This one.
But you're live on the final word. Please do not swear.
Me and Alex, we're going to look for some accommodation together in Australia soon after this series is over.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Let's chat about that.
There's
But
a
maybe
chance
off,
Daniel will be involved.
maybe off podcast, eh? Yep.
Anyone got any spare rooms going? Let us know. And then eventually they have a bit of a to and forth. Duckett's picked up, kind of saying like, "Oh, you're not going to get me out," and it's all quite jovial. And then Duckett does get out, trying to play one of these reverse scoops, reverse ramps. And as he's walking off, Akash Deep like just puts his arm around
Yeah.
him. And I've never seen that before. And I'm going to just finish my thought process on it quickly before getting yours, because I don't want you to anchor me. By all accounts, Akash Deep is a nice man.
Seems to be.
I thought it was really weird.
It was weird.
I didn't think it was particularly malicious. I thought it was someone being socially illiterate and not gauging that their banter kind of ends when you get them out and you let the man be angry as he walks off.
Well, Duckett didn't say a great deal, did he? Except just 3 or 4 words, and he didn't look angry, and his face didn't contort. But I couldn't tell what he was saying. It could just as easily have been, "Yeah, you did me there, Akash. Well done." Or it could have been,
Go on,
"Get
do
off
it.
me. It's really, really getting on my
Say the
nerves
rude
now."
words. Say the rude
No,
words.
we're not going to.
Okay.
I'm not going to.
What
Well, one of my fellow commentators on TMS said to me off air, he said, and you'll probably guess who it is by the voice. "Well, can you imagine if I'd got up to Viv, right, and I'd done that? Then they'd gone, paramedics for Mr. Tufnell." There you go, I'm giving it away. I've given it away. Oh, did you? Yeah. And he sort of does have a point. You don't kind of do that. But, who cares? I don't know. I didn't mind it. I'm not sure how much Duckett minded it, but he did get his own back, didn't he? He got his own back in a really strange way. And then we had the Prasid Krishna Joe Root thing. I've never seen Joe Root go that mad, except was it against Shannon Gabriel in that?
Yeah, but that was to make
that was a very different incident,
moral
wasn't it?
point.
To make a moral point. But
He
he absolutely lost his rag. Joe Root losing a rag.
Prasid
All of
Krishna.
his rags are perfectly organised. They are in a cupboard marked rags. He knows exactly where they are. He knows what colour those rags are, and he knows what order he likes to lay them out in. He loses no rags.
No rags gone.
No rags gone.
Hey, at what point in your life did you ever expect the rivalry, the head-to-head, the Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier of our time,
Yeah.
to be Joe Root and Prasid Krishna?
Joe Root and anyone, but Joe Root and Prasid Krishna is probably quite left field. Yeah.
Right. Well, we're going to go to, because they've got so much
Oh, I
Hall
know.
of Fame to get through.
Do you know, we should have had 3 episodes to do this. I've sat through England getting
Try and find the ad read.
669. Oh, well, I've
Yeah.
sat through 669 runs being scored in dare I say it, slightly
You know
pedestrian
what?
fashion, trying to find something funny to say with Ben Jones. And today, quite frankly, I'd have been perfectly happy if you ought to come back to my place and give me 2.5 hours on today's
Okay,
plate.
do you know what we're going to do?
Go
We're
on.
going to give a little bit of a spoiler here. I was going to say maybe we should do England's kind of drop catches in the evening now and then move to Hall of Fame, but I think we should do a Hall of Fame dedicated section of England dropping catches.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, but first of all, this episode is brought to you by Noobru. Noobru, the think drink, and it's time for the cricket giveaway. We're giving away a brand new Virat Kohli Genius King cricket bat, gloves and case, plus a year's supply of Noobru. That's worth over £1,600, otherwise known as £1,600. To enter, you go to noobru.com/final word and purchase any or all of our 12 qualifying cricket Noobru products. Ooh. Qualifying products will display how many entries each product will get you.
Makes
the
sense.
more you buy, the more entries you get. And like the lottery, if you enter it, you will win. There you go.
What?
What's more, the 15% discount for being a final word listener still applies. Today's featured product is Noobru Better Than Glutathione Cricket. I tell you what, Tuvs, our great producer, sent me what's the word? What's the word when you no, oh God.
I don't want to help you out in a way.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
just enjoy watching you flounder.
Synonyms?
Yeah, synonyms.
No, when you like, can you give me a breakdown of how to say a word? It's like it's not onomatopoeia.
Oh, phonetic.
Phonetic. That's the one.
Right.
I taught primary school.
I could have kept that going actually for about a minute, but I also need to get on the tube.
Here we go. Long matches, sun exposure, and post-game pints take their toll. Better Than Glutathione supports skin health, liver detox, and immune protection, so you can bounce back faster inside and out. Noobru has over 3,000 verified reviews online with an impressive 4.9 stars out of 5.
4.9 stars. That is really impressive. I mean, it's basically out of 5, so you can't get much better than that except 5. And someone is always going to whine.
The winners will be announced at the Wormsley cricket match on Monday the 18th
Huzzah!
of August. Disclaimer, must be read. I'm not meant to read that bit, but I thought that was funny again. There's so many things I'm finding funny today.
Because it's been a funny day, Cam. At last.
Virat Kohli Genius Bat, cricket bat and gloves and giveaway. UK residents, it's 18 plus only, so if you're under 18, get out of here. We're not interested in you.
Yeah, and I certainly don't start learning how to commentate cricket, because I've had quite enough of them.
It runs from Tuesday. There was a commentator for the Surrey game the other day, was 17.
I know, I'm outraged.
Runs from Tuesday 22nd of July to Monday 18th of August. Qualifying purchases earn entries automatically. Different products earn different entry amounts, but the more you buy, the more entries you get. No purchase necessary. Postal entries accepted. For full terms, go to noobru.com/final words.
Yes.
Hall of Fame. England.
Hang on, isn't it time to take a break?
Hang on. We'll be back in a second. Hey, we're back. There we go. It's always smooth sailing, those sections.
Give him a break. He hasn't done it as often as me.
I'm actually really proud of you, the BBC employee, to have remembered the ad break. That's
I know, I'm good at that.
Evening session. England need 20 wickets, of course, across this Test match. They're a seamer down. They need 10 in this second innings. Yes, it's a lively pitch, but Josh Tongue has played about 3 Test matches. Jamie Overton, I think people forget how little international cricket he's played because we confuse him with his twin brother Craig.
I mean, you mostly remember him for those times he gets out sweeping first ball in a one-day match, and when he's elevated to number 7 and gets out LBW.
Yeah, and I mean, I was at those matches and I've forgotten those, so I think that kind of speaks to how little he has played.
He's played 1 Test match. He got 97 and averaged 73 with the ball, so he's actually the most productive all-round cricketer of all time. If an all-rounder is someone who's got a higher batting average than a bowling average. Batting average of 97, sadly that's come down somewhat today to 48.5, I think. I think that's right.
Yeah, correct.
And a bowling average which has gone up, so he's now officially no longer an all-rounder.
Which is a shame. But it does mean that with Chris Woakes hitting the deck, the bowler with the most Test wickets in this England lineup, Joe Root.
Yes.
So, but the point is...
And the most overs as well.
Oh, I tell you what, we're floundering here. We're going to get back on message.
Yes.
England, 3 catches down. Jaiswal twice, Sai Sudarshan once. Brook dropped Jaiswal in the slips.
Tough one. But
then
probably should have got it.
Liam Dawson.
Uh-oh.
My heart breaks at times like these. Dropped catches make me feel physically ill. I dislike people who do them, and I have a very kind of rudimentary rule in life where if you drop a sitter, I think I think you should be killed. Basically,
You need to see a doctor about this. Well, firstly, a medical doctor about feeling sick, and then a psychiatric doctor about the very real danger that you might be a homicidal maniac.
I don't believe in capital punishment except if people drop sitters. I appreciate that we would all have died.
Are you calling that a
point.
sitter?
So, this is my question. I must admit, so it says short ball, Dawson on his 12th man in place of Chris Wokes. Pull shot, flat, goes quickly, fingers pointing up, round about his face. Drops
two hands, got two hands to it. He was in exactly the right position.
He's seen it. He basically says he's lost it. I can't remember the last time I've seen a professional cricketer drop that catch.
Well, I can't remember the last time I've seen somebody not see a ball that goes straight into their hands. Because that's just really unlucky, isn't it? You know, when you put your hands up next to your head, both of them, and the ball flies towards it. And obviously he had his hands up there for other reasons. I don't know, maybe checking his nails or something, I don't know. Oh, look, they look like that. Oh my God, there's a ball just hit them. That is really odd. It's really, really odd. Also, given that he was wearing a pair of sunglasses
that's a stupid
on
point.
his hat.
That's a stupid point,
It's not
Daniel,
a stupid point.
There's no sun out.
Well, it
That's
was.
not why he's lost
Yes, it was.
No,
the TV showed the sun directly pointing into his face.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. It did do that.
I
but the thing is,
the sun does set behind that.
But the thing is, if he just to reiterate the point, if you haven't seen the ball and yet it has clattered straight into your hands, you are the unluckiest cricketer in the world.
Dawson, bless him, he plays his first Test match in 8 years last week, goes wicketless on day 5. I actually thought, this is an unrelated point to this match, I thought you had Bashir and Dawson, you learnt the wrong thing about each of them across the series. Bashir's meant to be the day 5 bowler, bowls these magic balls, runs don't matter, and he's been bowling in the first and third innings the whole time. Dawson is meant to be the first and third innings bowler who holds and then contributes runs and then was asked to bowl a team out on day 5. It was the least learning England could do at that situation. The following over after he dropped his catch, Zach Crawley then dropped a catch at third slip. Had Sai Sudarshan not been out LBW to Gus Atkinson shortly afterwards, it would have
kept low, by the way.
It would have felt like a big, oh my goodness me, England are actually going to lose this Test match. Which, by the way, we haven't even addressed the point. They were so far ahead of this game, so far.
Yeah, didn't India do brilliantly to fight back? Absolutely brilliantly. Their bowlers were magnificent. And this was kind of the point that you entirely undermined by saying, well, Ben Duckett meant that they didn't actually bowl badly. It's up to you what you think. England were rattling along at 7 a bit and over, and then their bowlers came right back into it by hitting exactly the right lengths and targeting the stumps, which was a necessary thing to do, incidentally. Once that happened, yeah, they took wickets on a helpful pitch. But does it matter? It means that we've got the perfect setup. And tomorrow is going to be a day which is apparently going to be quite nice. Now, I don't know what that really means, because that pitch is sort of weirdly doing more than it's supposed to do at the Oval, and yet a bit of sunshine on it could utterly finish it off. It could become completely flat, and we could be watching quite a lot of Jacob Bethel and Joe Root bowling at some point.
I mean, let's see that.
That would be so not in keeping for this match, wouldn't it? Because this match has been really good fun. And do you know why it's been really good fun? Because it's been played at the people's home of cricket, where every Test match in this country should be played. The other 4 grounds we've played at should be irradiated. They should be removed. And we should make replica ovals. If you've got to play it in different parts of the country, just make replica ovals everywhere.
We could use those grounds as like the graveyards for the people who drop catches.
Oh, if you want to do that. You're really onto this, aren't you? All right, Starling.
It has been a remarkable day's cricket. It has been set up perfectly for the perfect series finale. I've been Cameron, Daniel's been Daniel.
And I still will be.
Episode has been brought to you by Noobru. Go on the website, noobru.com, go and check out the giveaway. Virat Kohli's bats. Get £1,600 worth of stuff. It's delicious. It's lovely. Anyway, it's been the final word.
Where'd you do that, by the way? At noobru.com/final word?
I said that. I did say that.
Did you say that,
I did say that.
But did you say that?
The tape will prove me correct. I did say it. And on that note, on that fine Noobru note, we will see you and speak to you again tomorrow. Goodbye.
Bye.